Okay, hello everyone, this is the unboxing of our RX-121-2 Gundam TR-1, or they call it Hazel 2 from the Advance of Zeta Series. Of course, it's already in release since 12 years old. So here we have the box art, the Hazel Gundam. Here below we have the actual image. So everything here are all in Japanese. We have the description back here. The other side, the gimmicks. Here we have the decals, and of course the price. So it's 1,500 yen, but for it half the price of it. And the left and the right side are all the same. So the series is an HG or HG Universal Century number 69. Okay, so we're gonna open it. There we have 3 plastic bags and the manual. First we're gonna check the manual. So it's in colored, and here we have, this is the Hazel tree. So as you can see, the backpack. Then we have of course the details for our model kit. They're here. We have the manual description, of course the runners. So here we have 6, including the polycaps. This model kit can be built easily, just an hour. Then we have the marking of the decals, and of course the complete build. We're gonna open it. Here we have, as you can see, we have the 1 polycap, 1 sticker foil, and 1 decal sheet. And we have 6 runners, plastic runners for the Hazel Gundam. So all of them are color separated. Of course, they are all 2005. Then that's it. So we're gonna test our speed build. Then after, we're gonna make the review for this kit.
Take what they saw just because you hold them all. You show me faith and a dream. Watching the falling walls, the revolving doors, they won't close. Lavender kisses mirror the smoke when it's gone. I don't know. What are we trying to mend? 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 No shame, 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 no shame.
Okay, so here we have the finished Hazel 2 Gundam. So we're gonna check the appearance. So as you can see, there's a lot of missing colors, and there's a big seam lines right here, both arms, and of course in the front of the legs. So I prefer you use a putty to fix. As you can see, it's a very solid model kit. We're gonna test first the articulation from the head. So there's a very limit rotation on the head, left and the right. Of course, in the arms, the shoulder armor can be moved downward but very little upward. The arm can be moved only 90 degrees. The arm can be rotated 360 degrees. It has a double jointed arm. The hands are in ball and socket joint. As for the middle part of the body, the model kit can be crunched forward very little, and of course can be crunched backward, so there's no side crunches. Then the front skirt can be moved forward by cutting the middle part. The side skirt can tilt upward, then from the legs. So apparently the legs are not in universal joint, so they are in ball and socket. There's a minimal movement, which means the leg cannot be rotated 360 degrees. Of course, the legs can be moved forward. The legs has a minimal jointed knee, and the legs cannot be moved backward because of the back skirt. The back skirt are not in articulation. Then we have the armor for the foot, can be moved up and down but very small, and the feet can be rotated 360 degrees because of the ball and socket joint, and the foot has a great pivot forward but very small backward. And for the backpack can be moved from 0 to 90 degrees, and of course this jetpack, I think, or the booster can be tilted upward but very minimal downward, and of course can be rotated by only 90 degrees. Of course, there's a little problem here. These boosters are quite loose or they always fall, so I recommend to glue them first. And what I don't like about the model kit is they have a very minimal hands. So we have a trigger hand, the open hand, and of course we have the handle for the beam sabers. What I hate is you can't push the beam saber too much, or unless you have to glue the hand so it won't separate. Then we have shield, of course, with the adapter, so you have to insert left hand, and the other one is, of course, you can see here, based from the Hazel 1 Gundam, so apparently it's not recommended to use for the Hazel 2. We have here the rifle, and we have another blaster. It has a articulation on the handle, and of course another head visor, so the visor can be replaced. Then we have here the sticker foil, so apparently I'm gonna just paint the model kit, and of course just the decals, ordinary decals. And the good thing is this model kit can be stand all by itself. Even though this model kit is pretty old, so but still a very good model kit, and I hope they have Bandai produced the another, or they made a revived version of the Hazel or any Advance of Zeta Series. Okay, so this is my name is Rain, logging out.